on another note, there's even a trend that's been starting with pods too, and I'm sure you've seen it as well, where your pod was one of the first in the space.
Yeah.
Right? I think me and you, we named like a couple on our hands in North America when we started, right?
Yeah.
And now you see it. Now it's starting to come.
Now
Now
everyone's
everyone's
got
got a podcast,
Yeah.
right? But here's the thing is that the real ones will stick around always,
sure.
right? You've seen pods start and go, right?
sure.
Because they think it's easy. They look at you and they're like, well, if Matt's doing it, I could do it, kind of thing. So maybe talk about how much actual work goes into it. I know we're partners and there's a workload that we both take care of, but maybe talk about how much work goes into it for you, because I know we speak about it sometimes, but
yeah,
I think it'd be cool to break down like the things
that's
you
literally
do
what I
and
want
sort
to
of
talk about too, because you guys run a super high level pod, right?
Yeah.
And you know, people ask all the time, like, "Hey, Matt, can you speak on how to start a podcast? What do you do? What kind of equipment do I start with?
Yeah.
You know, where are we at with that?" And it's a full time job.
Yeah.
Right. We have a full team.
Yeah.
Thank God.
There's a team of like 3 people that work just on your pod on the back
Full-time,
end.
yeah.
on the back end.
Full time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In total, there's about 6 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
We're using your space.
Yeah.
Right. So we're blessed you guys had this set up, but like for those, like it's still difficult because the world and landscape's always changing.
yeah.
Yeah.
You always got to adapt. Now look, everyone's got the pod, they got the short form content, everyone's posting reels. It's the same shit. So now how do you you always got to treat it like a business.
There's phases, right? And I can even
Definitely
name
phases.
these phases that happened, right? When we started the pod and then we came to you to start the pod, the real estate space was just getting to know social media. And by that, I mean like 80% of the agents were starting to get to know social media. So you saw the content come out and it was all static graphics. It was all static photos, market reports, quotes.
For sale.
sold,
Testimonial,
right?
5 stars.
So that was the
Yeah.
first phase of, I guess, real estate content in the last few years.
Let's say that's like 2019,
2020.
2020.
And there's still people that do just that, right?
Yeah,
So they're behind,
definitely.
let's say 3 years now. After that became just video. Now, can we just do video of this house? Can we just do video of this?
The walkthrough
Boom, boom,
videos.
boom. Can we do that? Okay. That came and went. Now again,
We're gonna get
people
into pet peeves later.
100%. And again, people are just starting there.
I have a lot of them.
know
And
you
now what's happened is that everyone's like, okay, personal brand. I need content of me talking, spitting game. So now everyone's doing that. So soon there's going to be a new type of content or a new piece of content that you can make. I don't know what it's going to be for real estate, to be honest. It's going to be something video, but you can see how people are behind in there. So right now you're kind of paving the way for the networks that we have in terms of real estate.
But
I
also,
would say, right?
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, even in terms of the, let's say what the next thing is, like here's the important part of it, and I'll also say where I think it's gonna go. I think the important part of it and why this video and then these podcasts and stuff became so important was because, you know, speaking to Toronto and Ontario, what is there, like 90,000
More.
What's the number? You know, it's insane.
I think it's around 70. However, it's changing now, but around like 70, 75. I'd say for GTA.
Okay.
Just
GTA,
GTA. Yeah, that's not
75,000
Ontario.
agents.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, why are people choosing you? Not because you're the sickest agent anymore and your skills and you're negotiating. It's like because they like you.
Yeah.
Which is why you did so well even prior to this pod, was because you made a point of letting people know who you were. You threw your quirkiness in there, your humor and whatever. Then the pod gave people another side of you where they're like, oh shit, this guy's serious. He can sit down. He can have conversations about different, parts of real estate. And then that's what even made you, like you were saying earlier, more legit. It gave you like a little bit more of a legitimacy. And then what I think you're doing now, I see on a separate channel, is sort of talking about your journey a little bit more and like how you started and the steps and stuff like that. And I think you really need to continue doing that, because I think that's going to be a very important piece of the next step, is like, let's walk people through like my story now.
Yeah.
Right. And not only like educate with my story, but also let people understand like how fucking long I've been doing this.
Yeah.
How many times I fucked up, but also how I've learned from it. And you can kind of see that upward trend of Matt.
Yeah.
Day 1 Matt in the real estate game to day 9,000. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I
for
think
sure.
that's going to be an important part. And then it's just a matter of like how you create that content.
Yeah.
But I think that's where a lot of real estate agents, people in the space, they get confused, is they think it just needs to be all real estate all the time.
Yeah.
Market research, me doing a walkthrough, this
It's a big
releasing,
mistake.
selling. Bro, talk about yourself.
100%.
And like,
People
I
are
think,
scared to do that though.
well,
It's a lot of. First of all, people will always make the excuses around that. That's the classic around the personal brand, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know what you wanted to build, and you've said it many times where you want to build up your name to the point where you don't have to be attached to a certain service or a certain industry, right? Because at the end of the day, in 5 years from now, 3 years from now, and you're already doing it now, you can pull away from any industry you wanted and start a whole new thing if you wanted, because that's how strong your brand is.
Exactly.
Right. And a lot of people, they don't understand that they just attach themselves
Yeah.
too much because they think that that's their identity.
Yeah.
But that's when you can start getting, that's when people can copy you. Think about your videos for a sec, right?
Yeah.
Who can copy you? They can't, because
Nobody.
you're being you, right? Whereas like you can tell the difference between someone reading off a script and like the classic reel in the camera. Yeah, the market went down 4% today and now it's gonna go back up tomorrow. You can copy that.
Yeah.
So the reason you've had so much success is because you're being unique, and I
Yeah.
think that a lot of people are not doing that. And if they did do that, they'd experience much more growth in a personal brand.
Yeah.
Because again, do you want to go to viewings for the rest of your life? No.
No, I don't.
Do you want to sell homes for the rest of your life? Probably not.
No, I don't.
You want to be in a position to teach everything you've learned in the last 25 years, right?
Yeah, there's definitely levels to it.
And
just-
everyone sees that. They want to do that, but there's
sure.
phases with it.